This is Coach Lee with myexpatcoach.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about something a little different because usually my primary focus is on helping someone get an expat, and it will continue to be. But I also want to at least open your mind to the idea and ask that you have an open mind to the idea that maybe your ex breaking up with you and leaving you was a blessing. Please take a second to subscribe to my channel with the button below, and you'll be notified when I have videos that are helpful to your situation, to romance, to attraction, and to getting an ex back. So oftentimes when we have lost someone close to us by them choosing to leave, breaking up with us, there's a sense of loss that powerfully attracts us to them. And it's very difficult to see beyond that. We feel that the world cannot be right. Our world cannot be right without them. And so they become at the top of our pedestal in life. If we have things that are important to us, they are at the very top. And we see them in a very positive light. We romanticize the past and sometimes even make the relationship out to be something better than it really was. And that's what makes it so difficult, is that we feel like we're remembering this great relationship and that that's what we've lost, when sometimes that's not the case. So I want you to have an open mind to that. Just hang with me, bear with me as I go through this, give it a chance. One wonderful attitude to have in life when something bad happens to you is to say to yourself, maybe it's a blessing. That is, maybe it seems like a bad thing at the moment, but that it will turn out to be a wonderful thing, a helpful thing, a good thing. Now, when you're hurting badly after a breakup and you feel deep sorrow and loss and you miss this person, that's difficult to allow yourself to think about, because you want to think you will get them back. As a matter of fact, it's almost as though you can't bear to think otherwise. You will even ignore videos where people might suggest you should move on because you're primarily focused on getting your ex back. And I understand that. And I'm talking to you. So again, stay with this, even though I realize you came to my channel, you found my video because you want to get your ex back. I want to help you do that. But I also want you to consider this while you're trying to get your ex back, while you're doing the things that I suggest in my other videos, like about the no contact rule and how to make your ex miss you. Those are videos that I have, and you can find those on my channel. But while you're doing those things, I want you to keep an open mind about this, because it will actually help you to get your ex back. Because a lot of the things that I talk about in terms of not chasing your ex and not pursuing them, not begging, not pleading, and disappearing, a lot of this happens naturally when you do what I'm suggesting, and that is to at least entertain the idea that losing your ex could be a blessing. And here's one way that it could be a blessing. Because in life, there are people who it is effortless to be in a relationship with. And it stays that way. And you may be thinking that your ex was that person, that being with them was effortless. But it's not anymore. And that's the problem. You see, there most likely is someone who you can be in a relationship with and it will stay effortless. And by effortless, I don't mean that you don't contribute to the relationship and that you don't have to compromise and that sometimes it's not work and that sometimes you're not in a bad place where you are unhappy at the moment. But that in the general terms and in just looking at the big picture, that this person wants to be with you and they are with you come hell or high water. That's the kind of person that you want in your life. You want the one who wants to be with you as badly as you want to be with them. And as a matter of fact, I want to tell you a quick story about a golfing professional. And this person's name is Ben Hogan, and he is a legend. He's long since passed away, but when he was in his prime, he was actually hit by a bus while trying to save his wife's life, because the bus was headed at the two of them while they were in a car at a stop sign, and he dove in front of her and took the brunt of the bus impact. He was in the hospital for, I believe it was nearly a year, because he just could not get better. His injuries were extreme. He had blood clots. He was told he would never walk again, let alone golf. To be able to turn your body and to fire through and the things that are needed to make a good golf swing, especially at that level, they didn't even know if he could stand. So he was in this hospital bed. He was miserable. He didn't think he'd ever get to play again. He ended up 2 years later, not only playing in the US Open, but he won. It's a great story, but the highlight that I want you to get from it is this. They asked him one time how he could stay so cool under pressure when things went bad in his golf game, when he missed the green and he had to figure out a way to make par otherwise. He would keep a cool head and keep a focus. And they said, how do you do this? And his answer is very important. He said, a lot of these guys that I play with, when they miss the green, when their ball does not end up on the green, it's the worst thing that has ever happened to them, and they panic. But when I miss the green, I think I'm getting to play golf. It's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? Whereas for these guys, they had experienced nothing really bad in their lives. For Ben Hogan, whose father had shot himself in front of Ben when he was just a boy, and who had been hit by a bus and told he'd never play golf again, when he missed the green, he could keep in perspective that he was still playing his favorite sport, golf, at the highest level. He saw a different perspective because of what had happened to him. And so how your perspective can be changed by this is that you will appreciate those people in your life who want to be there and who love you and don't break up with you, like your family, your close friends, and like one day that romantic partner who stays, who doesn't break up with you. And the way that you appreciate them even more, the way that you appreciate such a relationship more, is in a lot of ways molded by what you have gone through in this breakup. Because don't you appreciate that role in your life that this other person was providing? And right now, that's part of why you're hurting so bad. You appreciate the role this person played. You appreciate that type of relationship. And what I'm telling you is that losing this person, as far as them breaking up with you, might be a blessing because maybe it was difficult. Maybe there was bickering. I know oftentimes there's not, and it seems like you've just been blindsided because you thought the relationship was great. What I'm saying is, maybe it was a blessing that this person left, because do you want to be blindsided again when you think things are going well? Or do you want to have that one person, to find that person who doesn't do that to you, who wants to be with you just as badly? Another thing that you can gain from this breakup, just like Ben Hogan, this makes you stronger so that some of the smaller things don't bother you as badly, which is actually one key to happiness, is letting the small things slide off your back, like water off a duck's back, they say. Because if you noticed since the breakup that certain things that might have seemed really important to you before, that were, if you really think about it, small, now seem as they should be, small, like they don't even matter. So your coffee's medium warm instead of hot. Is it that big of a deal? Well, no, it's not. And you're a much happier person when such little things can't ruin your day or make you upset. And part of it is because you know what it's like to hurt. And so you appreciate the happiness more. So could this be a blessing that your boyfriend or your girlfriend has left you and become your ex? It could be. Think about this person. Think about the relationship you had. Sometimes I speak with clients and I want to tell them, you should go away from this person. You should find someone better because you can, and they weren't good to you, and they don't even sound like mentally or emotionally healthy individuals. But because they've had that loss, and they're trying to gain back what they had, which is just a powerful attractor, and that's part of why no contact works so well when you're trying to reattract an ex. They are experiencing it, and you are experiencing it. So it's difficult because you're so attracted to this person for you to be able to see their flaws and how they actually weren't that good to you. Now, maybe your ex was. I'm not saying that that's every situation. I'm just saying keep your mind open, that maybe this was not the best thing for you, and that them leaving you could be a blessing in disguise. Now, I want you to keep working to get your ex back. I don't want you to necessarily give up. But what I'm telling you is keep an open mind. Allow the possibility, even if it's just a small part of your mind, allow the possibility that this could not work out and that it could be a good thing for you. You don't have to embrace it completely. Just consider it. Now, I'm still here to help you get your ex back. You can schedule a coaching call with me to do that, or for encouragement at myexbackcoach.com. That's myexbackcoach.com. Please subscribe to my channel with the button below. I'll take a sip of coffee while you do that. Done? If this video was helpful to you, please click the like button. It looks like a thumbs up. This has been Lee with myexbackcoach.com. Thank you for watching.